You wouldn't know Justice Samuel Alito authored the Dobbs decision overturning Roe by the reaction from some of the most unhinged politicians in our midst. So it's worth asking, what is driving their intense anger directed at my old boss? The lone black man on the court, Clarence Thomas. Joining me now is Horace Cooper, co-chair of Project 21. Horace, remember back to 1991 and Justice Thomas's confirmation hearing, when he made it clear that he believed they didn't like anyone like him because he refused to remain on their plantation. He didn't agree with them and their worldview, so he didn't count as a human being. And boy, all these years later, what he said completely is still obviously true.
You know, that's the very reason why Project 21 was created. We wanted to make sure that Americans understood that black Americans have conservative views, moderate views, liberal views. There's not a one-size-fits-all, that we come from all walks of life, and that someone amazing and as talented as Clarence Thomas is, in fact, authentically black. The challenge, from my perspective, as I see it, has been the American people embrace this idea. I don't have a lot of pushback with America. I have a lot of pushback with the progressives. They act just like Democrats did during Jim Crow. Hey, black guy, stay in your lane, stay in your space. There's only certain things that you're supposed to be able to do. Ironically, 20th century Democrats, 21st century Democrats.
Yeah, the same. Stay in your side, stay in your plantation. He called it a high-tech lynching all those years ago, and they're still trying to do it to him. And if you thought those attacks, by the way, Horace, were pretty gross, then there was Don Lemon and Jeffrey Toobin last night.
Why doesn't he feel the same about interracial marriage?
Well, you know, look, let's not be coy about that. Everybody knows he's involved. He's married to a white woman.
Still didn't mention it.
I know. I'm trying to be fair here, John. You know,
and Loving was just a couple of years before Roe. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, I mean, look, it was a conspicuous absence.
Horace, it's a new low even for CNN, who can't get much lower in the ratings.
Well, you know, you just probably triple their audience by showing this clip. I was going to say the good news is no one is actually watching CNN. First point I want to make, though, is Clarence Thomas is the leader of this court. This is Clarence Thomas' court. He's the intellectual leader. And what he has promised and what he demonstrates is a fidelity to the Constitution. The left hates our Constitution. Oh, you say, no, that's not true. That's stretching it. They want to eliminate every state getting 2 senators. They want to eliminate the Electoral College. They want to get rid of our Supreme Court. They want to throw out the most wonderful, amazing document that has allowed liberty and a free people to operate. Clarence Thomas is its champion. Shame on those people for using racist names that would have been welcomed and normalized in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, and then to see them today on Twitter. Shame on them. And also, why hasn't our president said a word? Why haven't any of the Democrats said, let's come up with an argument? If you don't agree with Clarence Thomas, why the bigotry? Because it reveals who they really are.
Yeah, and I'd say after all these years, his philosophy, his judicial philosophy, is preeminent. They have no judicial philosophy, and they're losing, and they're angry and bitter. And he's one of the nicest, most hilarious, most awesome people.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody who clerks for him, but everyone on the court. I mean, all the justices, they love him. He's a great person and brilliant.
In your life.
You bet.
It's a privilege.
You bet, to all of us. And Horace, thank you.